And we are live.
Welcome to Map.
We're the men.
And here's the map.
Did you like that? Did you like that, Ben?
Yeah, roll clip.
Huh?
Roll clip.
Yeah. Reference.
Alright, can I go?
Come on, the mouse.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright,
Thank you,
there we go.
Map man. Oh, how does this work? That audio's coming across.
It is not.
Never mind then. Well, there we are. That's the Map bit. Get ready.
This was a reference to the last episode.
Don't look at that. That's the outline. That is a reference to the last episode. Get buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. For today is the YouTube Shorts episode.
Yes, it's an episode where we just show you all the things that we've already put out as YouTube Shorts. This is like reaction content almost.
Yes, we're becoming reaction YouTubers.
Yeah.
That didn't take us very long.
Evolved so quickly.
I gotta pull the outline back up. So, I'm prepared because I had the cat open. So, first thing on the list is FLC prototypes, and the first thing on that list is Crayola CAD, and I'm trying to filibust until I have the Crayola CAD open. For those of you who saw the most recent FLC build thread, which if you didn't see, you should check it out. We have a fairly concise and complete Crayola CAD. Well, maybe not complete yet, but a fairly good start on a Crayola CAD. Roll clip.
Really not giving me any. Okay, there we go.
I'm going to try and do this with a trackpad. Because Hamid is using my mouse, because Hamid's mouse is...
That's your grandfather's mouse.
This is my grandfather's mouse.
Yeah, he gave it to us with the thing. Remember? This is a donation. You should be very grateful. And also, he told me to charge it, and I didn't charge it.
Thank you, grandfather. Have you seen the Apple mouse where you have to plug it in upside down?
Yeah,
yeah.
That design.
Every single Magic Mouse ever.
Anyway.
Not very Magic Mouse.
No.
So
So this is the Crayola CAD. This is where we're kind of at. Let's talk about the path of the core for FLC. The core starts in one of two places, down here on the ground, or up here at the human player ground. These two lines being representative of the human player station. So the core will either start down here at the ground, will be intook into the intake. Where did my mouse go? There it is. Will be intook into the intake, and then this intake will be able to rotate upwards like this, probably driven by a pneumatic back here. This intake has thus changed. Josh and I were working on some other intake prototypes, mostly based off linear extension outwards and then some sort of mechanism on the end of it like that. So this intake will probably look different on the final bot, which is all well and good. Up here, this is well, after it comes out from the intake, it will be hand off. It will hand off into the end effector, which we showed last week. And the end effector also has the ability to pick up from this ramp, which will be able to pick up straight from the human player station. Using a similar method of the kitbot, where you've got some of those black animate compliant wheels, so that when the core comes in, if it's cockeyed, it can't get past those wheels until they're spinning, giving good time for gravity to catch up, so that you can get it in straight every time. Very interesting, which is awesome. And then the whole end effector system sits up here on this pivoting arm structure.
I think we used the right way.
I'm really bad at trackpad.
I think you just just do this, right? Yeah.
Oh,
You don't have to. Yeah.
fascinating. Little hot take. Well, it shouldn't be that hot. In fact, cold take, but for some reason people fight me on this. If you're catting without a mouse, you're doing it wrong.
Real.
If you're catting with a trackpad, you're doing it wrong.
That is correct. That's factual.
But then the sound effector will sit on this little rotating arm, which will, unlike last year, we're actually driving. Unlike last year, we're actually driving this arm properly, using gears and belts to get that gear down ratio instead of just gears in a gearbox. A Vex gearbox especially. And then that end effector sits on that arm for scoring on the multiple levels of the core. So that's kind of where.
Are you going for fixed angle?
So the end effector, if you imagine the arm on the robot like this, the end effector will always be perpendicular like that, so that it can pick up core in a horizontal configuration and then go out on a more vertical orientation for placement.
Very interesting.
So it's not like a virtual 4-bar or anything like that. Though that was an idea. Originally, we wanted this the end effector to come out over the front bumper, probably using some sort of virtual 4-bar mechanism. That's hard, because then you also have to rotate the end effector to get the core from horizontal to vertical. When you could just go out the side, and Austin here.
I gotta transition back now.
Am I
Austin
now?
here. No, Austin
Oh,
is
no.
Austin is Austin. Austin here had the good idea of going out over the side bumper.
Oh yeah, that's
which
mine.
makes you reach a lot shorter and also a lot easier to get
I'll
move that
take credit for
orientation.
that.
Thank you, Austin.
Austin. Back to the cab.
Back to the cat. Let's take a closer look at that end effector. There it is. This is a far more complete CAD than what we had last time. Let's go look at top of that top view. So we're gonna have a gear, the motive that drives the actual spinning of the wheels for the end effector sitting up here on the arm. This bar being about the length of that arm. A chain belt driven down here to actually get those wheels spinning, and then the whole system can open and close via those pneumatics, which I've actually got on both sides now. And we have a working prototype of that right
Shorts time.
here. So that is it. This is a prototype of the end effector clamping with just the pneumatics, not worrying about spinning those wheels or anything, and it's working real well. And those are just 3-inch anti-mark green compliant wheels. Just getting into. I think the spacing is about 6.5 between the two. And that's
If you are interested in watching the short with
you're
Painted Black by the Rolling Stones in the background and at more than 15 FPS, it's on the YouTube channel. You can watch it right now of your own volition without being on screen. Well, not now. Keep watching.
you gotta watch the rest of the video. I didn't know it was gonna be so laggy. I'm sorry about that. So yes, that is the end effector. Let's take a look at the intake. Not really sure how far this is along. Nope, not that. And I've opened OBS. My computer might crash.
Oh,
So this was the 2D bout sketch that Josh and I were working on with the intake. You can see it's got a pivot point up here. No, not you. Not you. Go away. Okay. It's got a pivot point up here, and then some sort of wheel mechanism here. That's going to be probably a 4-inch green anti-mark compliant wheel. For intaking the core up here before pivoting up like that over the bumper to backspin that wheel, or no, continue spinning that wheel into the robot, into probably an indexer of some kind. And then that whole pivot will sit on a little slide. Josh and I have been looking at some drawer slides for that, to get that pivot out over the bumper and then back behind the frame.
very interesting.
For starting config. That'll probably be piston driven most likely, just for simplicity's sake. And looking into the indexer, Nate and Gabe have been. This was what we looked at last time. Here's what we're looking at this time. Nate and Gabe were working on the indexer, and they've gone from a trying to orient the block to just orient the core to just trying to keep it in one orientation and travel it. And they found that a 2-wheel up top solution was working pretty well. So if you imagine the intake hole over here, we'll probably feed into this, and then that will take it the rest of the way into the end effector when you're intaking off the ground. What's in here? Oh, there you go, mate. Love the C configure look at. So that's kind of where the index is at. We talked about the donut plan last time. So yeah, I think that's all on the CAD front. We've got a video of the indexer somewhere. No,
It's right there.
Oh, so there's a more recent one which I haven't uploaded yet, but this is some of the things they were playing with just keeping it transported. Again, this was with the rotating. And this prototype actually worked really well. We probably won't use it on a robot because we're not looking to reorient the core. But it is a useful prototype for teams who are looking to go that way during the season. What else can we show you?
We have a couple other shorts. The electrification. Did we show that?
Oh, de-electrification. Another thing we were looking at getting on this year's robot was de-algifying, which is second priority. And the end effector, as it was, as we were hoping it would, is when it loads, can work as a de-algifier.
The top set of wheels can rotate the thing out, or the bottom two actually, right?
Or whichever ones, both wheels would work. So when you spin the, yeah, you can see spinning those wheels out to get the algae out. But with the new compression rules on the algae, you can actually clamp onto it too, and pull the algae out that way just by drawing the traction back.
I was just gonna, I think.
That's the one downside to it though, is that you have to move the whole robot.
Yeah, instead of just rolling it.
Right.
The downside of rolling it is it could get stuck in your robot and maybe crush your intake or something like that.
True.
The problem with that compared to end effector is that when our end effector is outside of the frame, it's going to be perpendicular to what you saw in that video, but the clamping would probably still work, just not the rolling. Unless we added another system to do that. And then finally, I don't know how to segue into this one. This is us testing what angles to drop core onto the reef was working at. And we found that 26, just kind of in between the 35 of the L2 and L3 and the vertical, just any real angle in there kind of works.
That's 20. What is it?
26 is in this video.
26 from the vertical.
Oh, yes, 26 from vertical. So whatever that is from horizontal. So yeah, that's kind of where the FOC is on the prototype front. Coming out, you can transition. That's kind of where FOC is on the prototyping front. Looking for build thread is probably going out tomorrow. We actually missed an FOC meeting because of a snowstorm, and they canceled all after-school activities yesterday. So build thread coming out tomorrow after tomorrow's Saturday meeting. We've got some other good prototypes to show you, like another indexer prototype, closer to what you saw on the CAD. And we probably will have some intake videos to show tomorrow when the build thread goes up. Yep, look forward for that.
All right, time for the second heading one of the Google Doc.
FTC updates.
Yes.
I've been yapping. Hamid's
Okay. So this last weekend, on Sunday, the white team went to Utica for the FBC Utica qualifier, and they did pretty good. Oh yeah,
white team
this
does
is
it.
the here. Take the prop.
Talk about Utica. You want to come?
Yeah. Yap about Utica.
All right, so I'm gonna start with a quote, because this is the quote that we put in our build thread right after Utica. It was, "We cooked, we got cooked, we did it all." We ended the day at what place, Josh?
23rd.
23rd out of 26, but we were the fourth pick robot for playoffs, and we went and there was a 10-match elimination, and we made it to 8. So doing very good. And then we won third place in Spire and qualified for the state championship in Utica on March 8th and 9th.
Very nice.
Yep.
Where are you guys competing next? What's your last comp of the year?
We are competing this Sunday, Buffalo, New York, Nichols School.
Not
Hoping for a good showing.
Not at
it's
Nichols
not
School.
at
Nichols
Nichols.
School.
Sorry, it's at Medai.
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 Which is now the Buff Side.
the Buffalo
Buffalo,
Academy of Science is the full government name.
And if you aren't sick of my voice, you can expect to see me commentating matches. Some absolutely massive matches.
And that will be live on the Excelsior FTC YouTube channel this Sunday.
Are we going to be able to get it live on the Electric Mayhem channel too? Or
I will see.
okay.
I will see.
And we should try to get you the funny cats.
Yes. Funny
I
head
won't
of the
forget my squid hat this time because I forgot it when I was commentating for the FLL event.
Yes. So yeah, anything else to say about White Team? Autos for White Team have been actually really well. They have taken some of the stuff from the Green Team for like encoders and PID stuff, and Emily, who is not here, has done some incredible, some wonderful work getting that into some loops and being able to actually sequence that as commands in a linear op mode. And the result of that is that's a random YouTube video.
God.
Dude, come on. Dude, he's watching random
I
shorts.
tried to show the auto short and it didn't work, and
yeah,
now it's frozen.
Okay, well here's the
Oh.
auto short. This is
It's a great showing. Great job by Emily.
yeah.
She worked really hard the last 2 days. to
I
make that
appreciate the
happen.
red circle
The Wi-Fi.
on the only robot that is like visible in the that's climbing.
Fine, like,
Oh, no.
it's spoilers,
Oh, no.
spoilers.
Spoilers.
For whatever reason, I can show that one, but not this one. One more time. There it goes.
My team is too
Yeah.
successful for you to comprehend.
Yeah, so it rotates, brings that slide up at the same time, which is awesome, and then it just bumps them
Bucket.
in to that bucket, and then it goes for that park. Very nice, very smooth.
Solid 11-point auto.
Yeah, and I think with a little bit more persuasion, that could be a multiple sample auto as well.
Yes, we are
yeah.
trying to get another sample by Buffalo, and we are going to try to get 4 samples by States.
Very nice.
Especially at the point where you're scoring, and here, if you want to transition.
Yeah.
Especially at the point where you're scoring here and your slides are up, you could probably extend that other slide, and as you score that one, you could probably go for an intake on one of those ones. You could probably get that really quick.
At the same time, that's very
Yeah.
There's some optimization that needs to happen, but we're happy where we're at right now. And well, for a good showing on Sunday.
All right, thank you guys. All right, next bullet point.
Next bullet point. New FTC 018.
So for those of you who don't know what the FTC is, for those of you who don't know what the FTC Open Alliance is, it's an open alliance for FTC where teams can be open in an alliance, FTC teams. Okay, so it's a website where FTC teams can share a lot of stuff about their robot and the team. They can share build threads. They can share a lot of stuff. It's based on the FRC's The Open Alliance. This is the pilot year, and we have gotten some new teams, which is very exciting. So if I'm gonna transition here. I'm gonna list off the ones that I'm pretty sure are new. 1, 2, 3, 7, 7 Schrodinger's Goats from
New Haven,
New Haven, Connecticut. Walden Robotics 12862 from Lake Orion, Michigan. Super Scream has been here. Botbusters is actually from today. 14464 from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
That's fitting. Mechanicsburg.
Mechanicsburg is an awesome place to be.
If you are in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, start more first teams. That's an awesome name for a
Yeah.
town.
You
You
Can't
need
skip
more
out on
robotic
it.
teams.
Can we see how far Mechanicsburg is from Pittsburgh?
We'll check after the show.
Let's check right now.
Lunatex 20182 from
St. Louis, Missouri.
Um,
I'm practicing for this Sunday.
That's very good. Astrobots 21612 from Leon, Mexico.
I don't know what state that is. I don't know my Mexican
I
state.
think it abbreviates some of them. Maybe.
Yeah.
There's some weird stuff because I'm just taking them off of Orange Alliance.
Yeah.
Caesar Circuitry 24331 from
Huntsville,
Huntsville.
Alabama.
Reboot, I think we had.
They're from Folsom, California.
And I think that's it. So welcome new teams.
Love
Glad to have you on the alliance. It's very open in here.
We are open. We are an alliance, and the website looks good.
Thanks, Nate.
So, this is a bunch of but it's not just
My God.
It's not-
Oh, hi. Hello.
Logan's gonna walk behind the camera.
You want to show off your buttons?
You want to show off your buttons?
Yeah, you want to show off your buttons?
Yeah, Morgan, take this guy.
Yeah, the buttons.
Oh, LOL.
So,
That was like a thing that I did.
Next, we have branding.
Ain't no way she just said LOL.
Before the final and closing segment, we got a FLC grading team
so that's
update.
our force function. And then,
An FLC grading team
what we
update.
do, count the house, right?
Those
So
are
we
just the
say our
printouts.
top is
I know, because I keep trying to actually buttons because I want to touch them.
There's some over there.
They're all reaching.
Well,
Right.
listen, everybody's everybody's beautiful in
So
their
then
own
you
way.
have to, like,
That's what you have to remember in life.
But, I mean,
In life, there's
so if
Roblox.
you just like wrote that,
Someone should get this guy on a
and said,
podcast.
rules, they would give you.
It's almost like we did that.
Yeah.
I can't.
But then,
Um,
the yucky thing is
there's
the
no button.
power
Put 'em up to the camera.
is
Yeah,
not, right?
camera over
We
there.
have to be right on.
If you knock over the microphone, it'll make a really bad
Just give
sound.
me each.
Oh,
These are all like
you
that.
could do that.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
There's
There's this one.
So you
Pretty
could do
cool.
it as a. 'Cause
And there's this
is-
one.
Oh, this is the fun.
Pretty cool.
So yeah, so you could say that
That's
the
so
power
awkward.
is-
Just
I mean,
And then
this is some of the
there's
most.
this one.
We've got a lot of buttons. This is
reaching
some of
peak
the-
voltage.
So what you
This is like the
Oh,
most
it
buttons
works.
we've had in a while.
I know.
Okay. Times delta T is the
Then
word.
there's-
Keeping it coral.
Keeping it coral.
You know we always keep it coral.
That
We're
way.
always.
And so.
Fantastic,
but then-
fantastic.
Fantastic.
Call out to
Fantastic.
Thin
You do the
Dryer.
definition of power.
Shout out Finn Driver and his dad.
So you can do it. You can do it this way.
Um,
Shout out to my homies in Alaska.
Or you can do
Electric
it this way.
Mayhem.
So
Electric
a
Mayhem.
lot of the because it's
Are we
not
almost
a
done?
math class,
How many are there?
there's usually
You made it.
Shut up.
Pretty good.
Okay. I think
So
that's it.
this,
All
you
right.
do the
Um,
directly by
So for you button collectors out there, you can see us at FLR and MBL. We've got a lot of buttons for you to select.
You gotta put
Yay.
You take,
We want you.
We want you
Bye-bye.
to
We want
take
you
our
to take
buttons.
our button.
and then
Why are we imitating the? Why are we imitating the
Uncle Sam.
I don't know what you're talking
Stop.
about.
Sam.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you have
Okay.
to actually
All right,
do,
last
like,
bullet point. Let's go. Home
and
stretch.
then
Thank you.
You got like
Transition.
between, like A to F,
You're ruining my
is
Anthony Fantano.
multiplying it, right? Similarly, we could take. the B
This
and
is the green
multiply
team
it
climb.
with
It's like
And it's totally also fair to say, so you got XVA in that order.
Wow.
You could also say
I've
P
just witnessed
is a
that.
function of T.
Yeah,
Right.
we took this video like
Now
an
we
hour
have a
ago.
relationship. The difference between these and these.
What
would
hour?
be
Only 2 feet.
multiplying
Go off.
it.
What does it have?
So rather than do it in a
Let's play. How many views does the
maybe
YouTube
think
short
of it
have?
as
I'm like addicted to checking how many
It's
views.
4, okay.
4 views.
Takes down.
Oh, that's 200% of my count.
Support
So.
stuff. But then
Pretty good if you think about it like that.
If you can't really see what's happening in that video,
these are time.
the green team
these are
climb
also
is we have to have a
right?
hook
So
out
if you
over
wanted to
the
get the
perimeter
power
of the robot.
Like, we're
And that makes climbing really hard because your center of mass is way far away from your actual point of hanging. But what if you
you're
get
not really related
your point of hanging
right? 'Cause
over your
we
center
have,
of mass,
Whoa. Now we're
Like-
talking.
but still having the point where you start hanging out over the bumper? So we basically made a snake. So you've got like your hanging point here,
Let's say I did.
and then
Do you want me to grab the
well,
robot?
you got your
Yeah, grab the
yeah,
robot.
grab it. This is gonna be-
So we use this innovative new physics technique called a ramp.
as a function
Um,
of time,
And what it basically
No,
is,
it's a snake.
it's a type of inclined plane.
3t squared plus
It's a ramp a simple machine? Is that one of like
A wedge is,
a wedge is a simple machine.
and a ramp is one way to use a wedge. So.
Inspection stickers are falling off. Okay,
Alright.
so I'm gonna put my hands here so you can see it. There you go.
I can't like turn this.
So you see
into
that?
a
Yo,
word,
let's raise up.
I could also do a stack.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, so they're just here.
This way.
Okay.
You
Right? It would have to be.
yeah.
You see
There's the snake shape, and then if you remove that, whoosh.
Should not.
This is my hand is the bar, whoosh,
Extra for.
and then it gets locked in right here, and this is the center of mass.
And then you swing for a little bit like you see in the video, and then you're in the air.
Yeah, pretty
Oh.
cool.
But that's
Somehow,
using space.
I got very lucky when I was designing this. The length of the amount of time that the bird spends, that the climbing bird spends on this ramp is about the same amount of time that the robot is propped up against that bottom retaining wall with this back plate. So it actually makes the climb way less sketchy than it would otherwise would be.
When
let's look down.
That's a great question.
Awesome. All right,
when I
Austin.
go- What?
You can airlift this back to the field.
Okay, so this is in.
Get to the Jaffa.
All right. That's the last bullet point on the list.
So I could
I
write down-
have-
So this is
I have
computers
something.
to the zero. Or
Okay.
Do you have any
Big?
I have
He's got a big.
computers seconds. To
I have some
final words?
I have some final words.
Right.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, and sneak
Oh.
peek.
Oh,
Sneak peek for
Oh,
something that might be included in next
This
episode.
is the post-credit scene for all you Marvel fans.
So
I should line up the camera.
No. We built a box. And you'll get to know what the box does. Maybe next time.
This is.
Yeah, take that. This is the thumbnail. We're doing thumbnails now.
Oh.
What's inside the mystery box? All right.
And
What
it
does the
works.
box do?
And it works, right, Harmon?
It will work.
It will work.
It works mechanically.
It will work.
If you like, thanks for watching. If you like the show, support Matt Man on Patreon. Good night, everybody.
Good night. It's time. It is 1:46 p.m. and it's time to stop.
Now you can.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the mouse isn't working. Okay, there we go.
Same thing.
It's the whole thing.
Come on.